Good morning. It's 9 o'clock, and I'd like to call this meeting of the House Health Committee to order. Devin, would you please take the roll?
Chair Frankel.
Here.
Representative Benham.
Here.
Borowski.
Here.
Boyd.
Designation.
Hanbidge.
Designation.
Howard.
Designation.
Khan.
Designation.
Kozarowski.
Designation.
Krajewski.
Designation.
Mays.
Designation.
Furlatten.
Designation.
Sanchez. Schusterman.
She's virtually here, but designation in terms of vote.
Venkat. Chair Rapp.
Here.
Representative Bonner. Borowitz.
Designation.
Brown.
Here.
Day.
Designation.
Krupa.
Here.
Roy.
Here.
Rossi.
Here.
Stair.
Here.
Twardzik.
Designation.
Walsh.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here.
We have quorum.
Thank you. We have a quorum. The chair calls up House Bill 305, printers number 258, sponsored by Representative McNeil, which sets cost-sharing limits on insulin and makes a motion to re-refer the bill to the Insurance Committee. The question is, will the committee re-refer House Bill 305 to the Insurance Committee? Is there any discussion on the referral? Chair Rapp, do you have any comments on this referral?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do not have any comments on this referral.
Great, thanks. In previous sessions, the language very similar to this bill has been sent to the Insurance Committee. As the bill deals with commercial insurance coverage, which is properly the jurisdiction of the Insurance Committee, I would ask for a yes vote. Are there any negative votes on the re-referral of House Bill 305? Seeing none, House Bill 305 is re-referred to insurance. Next, the chair calls up Senate Bill 9, printers number 177, sponsored by Senator Ward, which creates a cause of action for both schools and students based on limits for participation in school athletics, and makes a motion to re-refer the bill to the Judiciary Committee. The question is, will the committee re-refer Senate Bill 9 to the Judiciary Committee? Let me just make some opening comments here. This legislation defines new reasons for students to sue schools and for schools to sue school districts, athletic associations, or accrediting bodies when they feel they have been harmed because of the makeup of a sports team. In these lawsuits, students can demand payment for issues like psychological and emotional harm. They can seek injunctive relief. The potential for significant legal bills and claims seems high, and I'd prefer the Judiciary Committee, with their expertise in these matters, to examine this issue. Any other discussion on the re-referral? Chair Rapp.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I have comments, and I hope that you will be very gracious, as you usually are, Mr. Chairman, or always have been, to allow my members to have comments and weigh in on this referral as well.
Certainly. I will do that, and I ask all members, if they have been to be respectful in their comments as we go through this discussion.
I will go first.
You go first.
Yes.
Chair Rapp.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I understand that we are debating the motion to re-refer and not the merits of the bill itself. So I will focus my comments on the motion, even though I wholeheartedly support Senate Bill 9 and have signed on to the discharge petitions that have been presented to the House. When the House Education Committee met on July 8th of this year, 2025, to consider re-referring Senate Bill 9, a question was asked to the Majority Chair of Education why Senate Bill 9 was being re-referred to the House Health Committee. I am now quoting the reason that was given by that Majority Chair. We had a conversation internally speaking with the majority chair of health, we decided this would be a better, more appropriate place to consider this legislation. And Mr. Chairman, I did attend this meeting in person, so I heard this quote from the education chair. So let us be realistic. Senate Bill 9 is an education bill regarding the designation of athletic teams and sports in public institutions of higher education and public school entities. This bill belongs in the Education Committee. There are 2 other bills on the same topic that are currently in the House, House Bill 158 and House Bill 1849. Take a guess where those bills were referred. If you said the Education Committee, you would be correct. However, if the Health Committee is the more appropriate place to consider Senate Bill 9, what happened since July 8th to cause this committee to now refer the bill to the Judiciary Committee? We all know the reasons why. Do we really need to sit here and pretend otherwise? The majority party probably has the votes in this committee to vote the bill down today. But politically, this is a losing issue for them. Rather than just vote, the majority party would rather play games and move this bill around as it continues its never-ending quest to find the most appropriate committee to consider Senate Bill 9. I suspect, as many here probably do, that the most appropriate committee will never be found. At the rate we are going, this bill would somehow end up in the Game and Fish Committee by session's end. I'll save the members on the other side of the aisle with my finger pointing. And so you know I have very high regard for the majority chair. And when we were in the majority, we did similar procedural vote moves on bills. I can sit here today and honestly tell you that I didn't like it then, and I certainly do not like it now. If you have no plans to consider this bill, then vote it down. But rather than do that, excuses will continue to be made about why this bill belongs in a different committee, and we will hear that these maneuvers are nothing that the Republicans didn't do in past sessions. As a legislator of this Commonwealth, I have a duty to protect the women and girls of Pennsylvania. But this issue is not limited to Pennsylvania. It is a nationwide concern. I will be opposing the motion to re-refer Senate Bill 9, a concept which, according to a New York Times survey in January 2025, 69% of Democrats and 94% of Republicans surveyed agreed that transgender female athletes should not be allowed to compete in women's sports. I will be opposing the motion to re-refer Senate Bill 9 for the high school volleyball player in North Carolina who was severely injured during a game when a transgender athlete from the opposing team spiked the ball and struck the girl in the face, knocking her unconscious for about 30 seconds, resulting in a concussion, neck trauma, and 2 black eyes. This is a health-related issue, Mr. Chair. I will be opposing the motion to refer Senate Bill 9 for the female athlete in Massachusetts who was injured by a trans-identified male opponent during a field hockey game when a ball he threw at her knocked her teeth out. I will be opposing the motion to re-refer Senate Bill 9 for the female athletes in Massachusetts who were injured playing basketball against a trans-identified player. There are numerous other examples that could be provided. To my knowledge, I have not heard of any women athlete causing severe injury on the male transgenders. But I'll have to leave that for the next committee when they debate the next re-referral motion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chair Rapp. Representative and Chairman Roy, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I oppose the motion to re-refer the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. That's the name of it, Fairness in Women's Sports Act. I oppose the motion to re-refer this to another committee. Nobody has ever run for office and said, if elected, I will re-refer. All of us said we will vote for this, we'll vote against that, we'll advocate for this. I oppose re-referring the Fairness in Women's Sports Act because it wouldn't be fair to re-refer it. Mr. Chairman, I oppose re-referring this because it's just going to delay a vote. And these girls are depending on us. There are girls that have to change in the locker rooms when there's boys in there. No high school girl should have to change in front of a naked boy. Mr. Chairman, if we re-refer this, it's going to put off the vote. Fairness is what we should be doing in this chamber. And if we re-refer this, it's probably going to result in another discharge petition, and a vote's never going to come up. The public supports this thing. If boys want to wear dresses to school, they can play on the basketball team, but on the boys' basketball team. They shouldn't be taking a starting spot from a girl that has to sit on the bench because there's a boy on the girls' basketball team. So I urge the members to vote no on re-referring the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Krupa?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So originally I did prepare remarks on the underlining bill, and I understand that we're pivoting here, so my remarks are going to be in opposition to the motion to refer. I think it's very clear that this bill belongs right here in the Health Committee, because at its core, Senate Bill 9 is not just about sports or education, it's about mental health. When biological males believe that they should compete in women's sports, that reflects a deep mental and emotional struggle that deserves compassion, honesty, and proper care. That is a health issue. Just a few decades ago, everyone, doctors, counselors, schools, understood that gender confusion was a mental health issue. It was treated with counseling and care, not denial of reality. Today, instead of helping people find healing, society tells them to ignore biology and demands that everyone else goes along with it. It's not compassion, it's cruelty. This committee, the Health Committee, we deal with physical, mental, and emotional health. We cannot ignore the toll that this issue takes on young people, both those struggling with gender confusion and the girls forced to compete, change, and shower alongside biological males. That trauma, that anxiety, that loss of privacy, those are health impacts. That's what this committee is supposed to address. So let's call this what it is. It's this further referral. It's not just a political stall, an effort to bury this bill instead of facing the hard truths that we need to bring to light. We should not be afraid to have this discussion here where it belongs. Senate Bill 9 is about truth, fairness, and mental and physical well-being of our children, and I commend the makers of the bill in the Senate. I commend my colleague Barb Gleim for bringing the discharge petition to us, my colleague Chairwoman Martina White for being an advocate for this. This is the right committee to consider this. It's time that we stop passing the buck like we do on so many things here in Harrisburg. We need to start doing our jobs. I urge a no vote on the motion to refer. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Borowitz?
I was going to say I could wave off after all of the other representatives and Chairwoman Rapp summed it up. But biological males don't belong in women's sports. I think that sums it up. This is pretty common sense. Once again, Democrats bring up and try to re-refer. I mean, they're just hitting it out of the park, right? Let's kill children till birth, and now let's put in biological males in sports. It's like, I mean, it's so sad that the JFK party has gone this far, and I've already said that this week, and now here we are again. You know, biological males in women's sports. It's nonsense. I mean, how are we here in America? Lord, forgive us. Thank you, Barb Gleim, Representative Gleim, for, doing this. I know we have the original bill and then the Senate, too, so we will get this passed. Common sense will prevail, and biological males will not be in women's sports harming them. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Representative Walsh?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senate Bill 9, the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. It was a reintroduction of House Bill 972, which is how long we've been dealing with this. That was vetoed by Governor Wolf in 2022. That's how long this issue in Pennsylvania has been going on. Another re-referral today of SB 9 would delay a ban on biological males from participating on athletic teams or in sports that are designated for biological females. A re-referral would delay schools to be required to expressly sex designate athletic teams as male, female, or co-ed. A re-referral would also delay defining sex as a person's refutable characteristics of the reproductive system that define male and female as determined by their anatomy and genetics existing at the time of conception. A re-referral of SB 9 would further put schools in jeopardy with complaints, investigations, and other adverse actions that could lead to injunctive relief, damages, attorney fees, and costs. The re-referral of SB 9 cruelly targets our young girls under the banner of protecting transgender theories. The re-referral of SB 9 would continue to violate young girls' civil rights and constitutional guarantees of equal protection. The young women of our Commonwealth have waited long enough for their elected officials to support and protect them, which is why I am strongly opposed to the re-referral of Senate Bill 9. Re-referral does nothing but delay legislative progress on the bill. It is a political tactic that ultimately undermines legislative accountability and the public trust. We all know the Democrats are using this as a way to reset the clock on the discharge resolution we have signed, requiring the bill to be brought to the floor of the House within 15 legislative days. Senate Bill 9 has broad support among the vast majority of Pennsylvanians. It's a 90-10 issue, which is why I do not understand why the House Majority Party is actively avoiding debate on this bill. If this is what their constituents want, then why are they trying to kill this bill? Every delay is postponing protections for girls in sports, allowing for unfair competition, robbing them of opportunities to compete and win scholarships, and potentially putting them in harm's way. Our girls and our schools need this issue to have a legislative resolution today. I urge a no vote on a non-referral. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Chair Rapp, concluding remarks?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for allowing the members to speak freely, but I cannot support this referral to another committee. I do believe that we should be voting on this bill here in the Health Committee. As stated by several of the members, there are a lot of health issues in regards to this issue, but I will be asking all of my members to vote no on the re-referral. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. When I look at the language of this bill, I can't help but think about all the physicians and hospitals who come into my office discussing the impact of lawsuits on their provision of care. Language in Senate Bill 9 states that students may bring a cause of action for, quote, injunctive relief, damages, psychological, emotional, physical harm suffered, attorney's fees and costs, and any other relief under law against the school or institution of higher education. I'm not sure what any other relief means, but it sounds broad, extremely broad. This legislation is best reviewed by the Judiciary Committee, and I ask our members for an affirmative vote. Those in favor for referring Senate Bill 9 will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. Devin, will you please take the roll?
Chair Frankel.
No. Aye.
Representative Benham. Borowski. Boyd.
Designation, yes.
Hanbidge.
Designation, yes.
Howard.
Designation, yes.
Khan.
Designation, yes.
Kozarowski.
Designation, yes.
Krajewski.
Designation, yes.
Representative Mays.
Yes.
Freelatin. Yes. Sanchez. Yes. Schusterman.
Designation, yes.
Venkat.
Yes.
Chair Rapp.
No.
Representative Bonner.
No.
Borowitz,
No.
Brown, Day,
Designation no.
Krupa,
No.
Roy,
No.
Rossi,
No.
Stare, Twardzik,
Designation no.
Walsh,
No.
Zimmerman.
No.
1412 passes.
Thank you, members. Senate Bill 9 is referred to the Judiciary Committee. There being no further business in front of this committee today, we will conclude. Thank you.